Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 19 of this special spin-off series of the Discount Bookshop podcast, where each episode we hear a brand new poem written by Caroline Hodgeson-Brown from her debut published poetry book, Poems for a Discount Bookshop. As always, my name's Jess, and I'll be reading the poem. There was talk in a recent meeting with head office that we might hire someone that they referred to as someone proper to read the poems. I, of course, took offence to that and asked them what they meant. Apparently, head office has heard from someone who knows someone whose cousin's brother's friend listened to one of these poem videos, and they didn't think it was very well read. So, because of that, I had to have a meeting with head office, and they thought about getting someone else to read the poems. I said, look, that's ridiculous. You don't even know the name of this cousin's brother's friend who supposedly said this, and you don't know how they were saying it. You know, maybe they were joking and they said that. And they were like, yeah, I don't think it's read very well. But, you know, maybe they were joking and maybe they actually thought I did read it really well. And anyway, I told them, also, if you get someone else to read the poems, then that'll be another person so that you have to pay to work on the podcast. Whereas if I just do it, then you only have to pay me. So actually, I'm saving you money. So, and you know what? That made them realise that probably it's just best to let me do it. So after all. So what an absolute farce. What a waste of an afternoon that was. Anyway, enough of the chatter. If you listen to this poem and are inspired to read some more of Caroline Hodgeson-Brown's unique poetry, then please consider buying her book from which I'm reading, entitled Poems for a Discount Bookshop. It's available for £6 from all branches of the Discount Bookshop, except for our store in Biggleswade, who for some reason I've heard have taken it off their shelves. Not sure why at this point, but will report further as I receive updates. Well, here we go then. So here is Caroline's 19th poem. Poems for a Discount Bookshop by Caroline Hodgeson-Brown. Poem 19, The Bedtime Oak. In the middle of the village stood a confident tree, so wise and tall it filled everyone with glee. For the one thing that they could all guarantee was that a bedtime story would be told by the wonderful tree. It was known fondly as the bedtime oak, with its bark and vines acting as a cloak. The village went silent each evening it spoke. It set imaginations free, did the great bedtime oak. This day was a day like any other. The villagers all gathered, brother, sister, father, mother, all knowing that they would soon discover today's bedtime story from the oak like no other. Once upon a time, it began like so many stories do. There was a sky the colour green and grass the colour blue. The animals looked around as their world has gone askew. "Oh no," they cried, "whatever shall we do?" The flamingos had turned yellow and the penguins bright red. Were they just embarrassed? Or was it something else instead? The animals gathered and word started to spread. They would seek to solve their problem before they went to bed. So off the animals went, over the hills and far away, looking left and right for clues, until a horse shouted, "Nay!" The animals hurried and scurried over that way, scanning all around, trying to survey. Once at the horse, the animals looked around, then up high. A beautiful rainbow was filling the sky. "But where are the colours?" a mouse then did shriek. "Oh my, oh my, oh my, the rainbow has got a leak!" The animals sprang into action without a second thought. This had happened before, and there was no time to be distraught. The rainbow was turning grey and needed their support. They each ran off, then returned, sharing what they'd brought. Musical instruments were what the animals held. Each began playing after 3, 2, 1 was yelled. The louder they played, the quicker the colours propelled. Back to the rainbow, the colours started to weld. The bedtime story had ended, and the rainbow was complete. The bedtime oak smiled, and from behind a vine took a peek. every villager had drifted off. You couldn't hear a single creak. And now, the bedtime oak idly mused, it's time for me to get some sleep. Well, that poem seemed long to me. Was it just me? It seemed too long. I don't know, maybe it's just me. So anyway, a story within a poem. Was that what that was? Wondered partway through why it was called The Bedtime Oak when most of the story was about the story which the oak told. But I suppose that if the Bedtime Oak was telling the story, then I guess it's about the Bedtime Oak. Right, anyway, yes. Anyway, sorry, yes, ignore me. Very good. Caroline, very good writing. Writing poetry, good writing. Good poet. Writing good poetry there. Caroline. Very good. Okay, so sales figures, because I know that's what you're all here for and you can't wait to hear about it. Last month, I think we got to 82 total sales in the end of Caroline's book sales. Poems for a Discount Bookshop. 82 total sales last month. Not too bad. But having said that, considering it's been on sale since last May in every branch of the Discount Bookshop, I mean, well, it's no wonder why they've taken them off the shelves in Biggleswade, is it? I mean, I don't know why. I don't know the reason why they've taken it off the shelves. I'm probably, in all honesty, not going to look into it. But all I can guess is that they're just simply sick of the sight of the books. I know I am. So shall we make the target for the next episode? Do you know what? Let's just make the target 86, which is what it got to before Christmas, before all of those customers returned them. So please, if you are even slightly interested in that poem that you just heard and want to read more, remember that there are 100 poems in the book, and we've only read 19 of them so far. So just the tip of the iceberg. Oh, God, sorry, just realised I've only read 19 so far. There are still so many to go. Oh, God, that's just brought me back to reality, that has. Goodness me. Alright, so yeah, please buy a copy in store if you're interested in reading ahead. I should also mention before we go that just like we did with the 10 Christmas poetry episodes in the lead up to Christmas, starting on the 15th of March, there will be Easter poetry episodes. So from the 15th of March, there will be a new Easter poem every second day, I think it will be, until Easter Sunday on the 31st of March. So you can look forward to that. Yeah, alright, so thanks for listening, and I'll be back with some Easter poetry for poem 20, would you believe? But still nowhere near poem 100. So yes, poem 20, 15th of March. Alright, thanks a lot.